The following content has been generated with artificial intelligence under minimal human supervision. The data presented may contain errors or inaccuracies. The opinions expressed in this content do not necessarily reflect the vision, position, or values of Digi-all. We recommend verifying critical information with additional sources before making decisions based on this content.
Welcome to Digi-all Tech News. Today is Tuesday, January 13th, 2026. I'm Kylie Brooks, and this is where technology becomes clear and engaging. President Trump says Microsoft will move this week to curb AI-driven power bill spikes. The Department of War launches an AI acceleration strategy to push military dominance. Thomson Reuters highlights new engineering playbooks for trustworthy agentic AI. Anthropic unveils a HIPAA-ready Claude for healthcare toolkit and new EHR links. AI models are starting to see optical illusions, and that could reshape how we study perception. On Monday evening, President Trump posted that Microsoft will make changes starting this week to keep AI data centers from driving up household electricity bills. He framed it as an issue of keeping Americans secure while the US leads in AI, and said big tech should pay its own way. The Gizmodo report notes power prices have already climbed, an average increase of 6.5%, with spikes as high as 36.3% in places like Maine, while utilities like Pacific Gas and Electric report record profits. It's still unclear what Microsoft's plan is. The story points to a Reuters report about a collaboration with the Mid-Continent Independent System Operator to modernize the grid using AI for disruption prediction and renewables integration. The US Department of War rolled out an AI acceleration strategy mandated by President Trump with 3 focus areas: warfighting, intelligence, and enterprise operations. The plan names 7 pace-setting projects, including SwarmForge for AI-enabled combat methods, Agent Network for battle management agents, and Ender's Foundry for next-gen simulation. On the intel side, Open Arsenal aims to turn technical intelligence into deployable tools in hours instead of years, while Project Grant targets dynamic deterrence. Enterprise projects include GenAI.mil, which would give IL-5 and above personnel access to models like Google's Gemini and xAI's Grok, and enterprise agents to overhaul workflows. The strategy also calls for expanded compute, data access, and a new tech force recruiting push. Thomson Reuters is zeroing in on trust as the make-or-break factor for agentic AI. Their Trust in AI Alliance is focused on 3 engineering challenges: keeping context intact through complex workflows, guaranteeing immutable provenance so sources can be audited, and protecting systems from adversarial prompts without wrecking usability. They argue that as AI moves from suggestions to autonomous actions, explainability and accountability have to be designed in. A simple example is a tax professional using AI for compliance research. Speed is great, but only if the system can show which sources it used and where a human must step in. Anthropic introduced Claude for healthcare at JPM 26, positioning it as a HIPAA-compatible toolkit for providers, payers, and patients. The kit connects Claude to clinical repositories through connectors, including CMS coverage policies and ICD-10 codes, to speed up searches, coding, prior authorizations, and appeals. It also integrates with electronic health records, including a consumer-facing HealthX integration, with plans for Apple Health and Android Health Connect betas in mobile apps. The launch follows Claude for Life Sciences in October 2025 and comes days after OpenAI announced ChatGPT for healthcare deployments in US hospitals. BBC Future reports that some deep neural networks fall for optical illusions in ways that mirror human perception. One example is PredNet, a predictive coding model trained on natural landscapes, which sees motion in the static rotating snake's illusion, supporting theories that the brain is a prediction engine. Unlike people, the model can't focus on one area to stop the perceived motion, highlighting what it still lacks. Other work shows that a person who regained sight resisted some shape illusions but still experienced motion illusions, hinting that motion processing is more hardwired. The story also notes experiments using quantum tunneling in AI to mimic ambiguous images like the Necker cube, and how astronauts on the ISS experience altered illusion dynamics without gravity cues. From energy costs tied to AI infrastructure to military acceleration and healthcare rollouts, today's stories share a theme. Capability is moving fast, and trust has to keep up. We'll keep tracking the signals that show which bets are real and which are just headlines. Thank you for staying informed with Digi-all Tech News. We'll be back with more updates as they develop.